very worthwhile project and will be important moving forward as we address ozone, because a lot of the issues in terms of ozone will be addressed by us as individuals along with the companies in our community. CARE has continued to increase their social media connections on Twitter and Facebook. And again, just hearing what the community says, Facebook is a place where the community says they reach out more than going to our webpage. So information that we get on our webpage through CARE, and then we'll make links to other information on our webpage, is just a way to drive folks in the community where they can get the information that they need. So just trying to utilize those social media networks to our best advantage. And then our own Dee Lynch, who heads up our CARE program, was named a 2017 Children's Environmental Health Hero by US EPA, and Dee is the one in the middle there. So she just continues to do great work with that program. Goals for Kentuckiana Air Education for 2018 is to launch the redesigned healthyair.org website to assist APCD in bringing Louisville into compliance with stricter 70 parts per billion ozone standard, and that's what I mentioned just a little earlier. The work that we as individuals can do by turning down our thermostat, less energy consumption, by not idling our cars, all of those things will be a benefit. And so the message that they put out there, just to keep this foremost on people's mind, will pay dividends in the long run. Always the goal is to maintain the federal funding for CARE program, and then continue to recruit new businesses, schools, and organizations into the idle-free Louisville. Again, just want to keep that message out there and increase its penetration in our community, and then to attend the EPA National Conference in Austin, where you get an opportunity to meet with like-minded folks to learn the latest and the greatest things going on across the country, and bring those back and make them a benefit in our community. So that was a quick, or maybe not so quick, 2017 year in review. I'd be happy to answer any questions that any of the board members might have.
Yeah, of course. Sure, certainly. And it's like, Mr. Rivers, is that replacement for rates, or is that an addition?
Replacement for rates. Was the Carruthers School, I mentioned that we had established a new monitoring site at Carruthers Middle School, and he was asking whether that was an additional site or a replacement site, and it is a replacement site for the one that we had in Bates School. Yes.
What is the plan for APCD working with IDEM and KDAX or the other counties affected by the ozone non-attainment recommendation of the 128 letter, being Floyd County, Clark County, Bullitt, and Oldham?
So we work collaboratively with our peers in the Kentucky Division for Air Quality and at IDEM. We do span 2 US EPA regions. So Kentucky and APCD are in US EPA Region 4. Indiana is in Region 5. And it is a very collaborative process between our interagency work groups at the state and local level, and then again at that federal level.
Okay.
So each state has to propose a state implementation plan to bring the area into attainment. But they are compatible, and they require us to meet that timeframe within the same parameters, looking at each other's contributions.
Is it going to perhaps be as long of a, or typically when a state has to develop a SIP, it can be more challenging having to work with additional agencies? I'm thinking of like Washington, D.C. for the 3 states, as well as Ohio and for Kentucky for the Cincinnati area.
I'd like to say that it always works smoothly, but it always gets worked out in the end.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know.
For Kentucky, we do have, or for us, at least on the Kentucky side, we do have built-in automatic cooperation with DAQ because our SIP submittal has to go through, all of our SIP submittals go through the Kentucky Division for Air Quality. So we don't submit those directly to EPA. We always coordinate directly with DAQ for all of our SIP submittals.
Perfect, thank you.
I have a question on, for the complaints, you sent 509 complaints. Now, you bring somebody on to what was the target date to get that up?
We are in the process now of hiring a supervisor for that area. We have a supervisor who left, and so we're working through HR to hire that replacement supervisor for the compliance, community compliance section. So that's in the works right now.
Okay, is there since what you did when I come early, I guess we probably discussed that when I come early, for the website, and Michelle, I think would kill me. Is there, because I was sitting here looking on the website, is there a place where it just says community? And you would just put things, just like when I was saying a synopsis, that would just go up under the community where you don't have to search and search for specifically different things. Now, that doesn't mean that you know that you can't always address everything that the community is interested in, but I didn't find it. Is it?
No, we have, we've been brainstorming how to work with, we have a template that we have to work within, so we don't have, a blank slate exactly to work with, but we have come up with some ideas that we think are going to make it easier to find the type of information that I think you're talking about, both the trending hot topic items, that we can get on there, and then some other just kind of information about our air that might not be, might not be digging down into permits to find and those kind of things. So
Because I go on, I've been doing this for years, and I still have difficulty many times finding stuff. So
and we have heard that from our community discussions, and so that is a focus area specifically, is trying to make information a little easier to find, a more obvious route to get through the breadth of our information.
Thank you, Mr. Talley.
One question. On the air toxics reductions by utilities, 83%, something like that, would that have been mostly mercury reductions?
No, it's primarily hydrochloric,
Sulfuric acid.
sulfuric acid mist, and hydrochloric acid mist.
Oh, okay.
Those are the primary pollutants.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Talley. Good report. The air quality data report is available electronically. We have not had an exceedance in PM 2.5 for the last 2.5 years, which is excellent. And SO2 is a very good report. Our problem is still ozone. Enforcement status, nothing outstanding there, or with the excessive emission report. Any questions about those from the board? They will be, it's part of the website, part of the minutes of this meeting. The Lawn Care for Cleaner Air annual report has been provided to you, and that was mentioned by Mr. Talley. This program and the care program are very important interfaces between the district and the public that highlights the need and shared responsibility between the public and the district for improving the air. Very important programs, and you can take a look at those and what has gone on during the past year. Is there any other business that should appropriately come before this board meeting? And if not, I thank you for your time and your attention and your participation, and for your being out in the very inclement weather. My background is medicine, and we designated this kind of weather as orthopedic season because of the number of slips on the ice and the fractured hips that occur. So let me ask you to be very careful when you're moving around on the ice. Don't be a part of that. And the next board meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, February the 21st, 2018 at 10 a.m. in this room. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.